start the recording, and we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Power AMA. Um, just wanted to kick off. Let's see, where's my notes? I put in the announcements as well, my notes, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Um, so today, obviously, V2 is out, and we're all excited. Um, if you guys haven't seen the infographics and the information that's on those and what the changes are, please take a look in the announcements. I posted them. We had to do some edits because there was some changes from what we were told and what we were getting ready for the release. And then Cut decided to change it and make it even a little bit better, a little more sustainable by adding more to the rewards pool and taking away from the overall treasury. So things like that just had to adjust on the fly that I woke up to. But it's good. It's good news. We're excited. We're seeing some action. It's great. Less sell pressure was the overall goal. Power and the mod team, I will say, had some great discussions about, as we saw what Thor came out with and their V2, and Cut wanted to sit back and watch the action. And I know the mod team personally reached out and told them that, we still see 3 cells and we need to get away from 3 constant cells. And Cut's idea was to try to get it down to 1, but that just wasn't a possibility. So he did get it down to 2, and that is still great news in my opinion. In my opinion, what do you guys
He did
think?
really well.
Yeah, I know he was stressed. I know he was completely stressed out about it. Poor guy. But he's done a great job, and I hope time will only tell. Right? Today's the obviously the excitement. We can't control the market. Timing is everything, is what I'll say. We've gotten a lot of people coming in, and I'm gonna defend our U of T partners. A lot of people come in. Oh, hey, Thor hasn't been doing well. Are we gonna still do the same thing? It's all about timing. You guys got to understand market and things we can't control. The war in Ukraine, the market's overall opinions on this, and how people, there's fear in the world. So we can't control that. So timing is everything. And sadly, Thor was just right in the middle of all that mess. So it's nothing against them. And I hope nobody sees it that way. Their contract is very, very similar to ours. We just made some slight adjustments. That's not the reason why we're doing better. I'll tell you that. Or it's not even that
Yeah.
we're doing better, right? It's just we're getting some price action. I think the world is looking for some positivity, and today I think Power was able to give it. That's the best way I can put it.
And the beauty of this V2 allows them to make these changes on the fly a lot quicker than what they were able to do with the old forked contract as well. So
Yeah,
it's a constant development. People are going to see that the V2 isn't just the V2 how it sits today. It's able to change continuously now
yeah,
for the better and move forward.
yeah. No, agree. Uh, I just wanted to share my sentiment. I do have eyes over at Thor, and I want to share the partnership and that we still have in the Union of Transparency. So we got to keep. I want to keep the positivity here as well. I do not like seeing bashing of other protocols and saying that they're not doing well because of certain things. Um, Timing is everything, and we could very well be subject to something as well. More information comes out about Russia pushing even harder and taking over certain things in the war, and it just keeps getting worse. We could see a hit as well. I mean, we also took a major hit from Andre Kroenke and his phantom departure, right? We took a major hit from that, and that's nothing that Power could control. So I wanted to put that out there and just share. Obviously we want the price action. Obviously we want good sentiment. I want that for all of our partners, and all to succeed. So just let's keep that positivity going and keep it going. No, Cut will not be here today. So that was the first topic. Obviously, the elephant in the room is V2. The next topic I wanted to share. I don't know if you guys caught it in the announcement I just posted, but there is a Cone partnership continuation. They gave us I want to say about a month ago, they gave us an NFT to give away. and we did. They gave us an NFT. We gave it away to a community member, and Comb is doing great things in the space, and they're actually building a metaverse and doing lots of things. So there's another thing happening on the background. I can't give away too much, but they will be giving away some of their tokens and their governance token to us to give away to the community as well. And then they're doing vice versa. They're going to give away some power tokens. So some of the marketing things you guys are seeing, trying to keep this amp up our marketing is actually what we need to be doing. As you guys all have known, Cut's idea was not to do a whole lot of marketing until V2 was out, and here we are. So we gotta step up. We got the social media manager who's pumping our Twitter. We need to get some more stuff going as well. So the Comb partnership continuation, you guys will see more to come. There will be maybe an investment that I think the team agreed to try to continue this partnership, and it's something you guys will see soon. We do still have another investment. I gave a list to Cut. God, I want to say a week ago, but I know he's been busy with V2. But he has a list. I want to say of 10 or 11 different investment opportunities. We're just waiting for them to respond back. So we are not forgetting about investments. We know we need to move on them, and we feel this is the time as the markets. What's the saying? The time to buy is when the markets are bloody. So time to get in. And then I don't know if Ronan's here yet. I don't think I've seen him join, but Ronan wanted us to mention that the staking in the new UI timeline to fix any kind of glitches and issues on mobiles and whatnot like that. He's looking at it about a week. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Yeah, right about a week. That's
yeah. So
I believe that's correct.
Hey, there's Dabs. What up, Dabs? I didn't see you join.
Yo, sneaking up here.
Oh man,
Did you see I used the Dabs Rocket Man for our event
Yeah,
today?
I saw that. I should put that profile picture back.
To the moon, let's go. So that's all I had. I do want to shout out Andos and let him have the stage a little bit here with Passive Poker, as this is something we haven't been pumping just yet. Definitely want to talk about it, giving us more utility. Passive Poker, that's something Andos is going to be running and managing on the backside. So Andos, if you want to talk about anything about it.
Yeah, so we're about a week away from our first tournament, which is free to enter. Prizes for the first 5 places are nodes. We've currently got it set at first prize is a nuke, and then hydros for 2nd to 5th. This might actually change. I'm thinking I might upgrade this to the first 3 places to get a nuke, just because there has been a lot of interest in it, and it is good to see. I mainly wanted to give the power token a bit more utility, so I thought no other platforms obviously is accepting the power token as a payment method. I'm willing to do this manually. We're currently setting up the website and hopefully have the website finished by the time that first tournament takes place. So then we can straight away open up more tables and also get the second tournament underway. Currently talking to a few other projects as well to try to get them on board with the idea. So then these tables can be busier. It's not just going to be power players. It's going to be players from multiple clubs. Each project will have their own club, so you can play against each other. I think it's going to be really interesting, and the bigger it gets, the bigger the giveaways can be, and not limited just nodes. We can do potential whitelist spots and NFTs and more. So I'm hoping to see everybody in there, and if anyone wants to know more, just make sure you go to the Passive Poker channel and click the little card to get the updates, and I'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, and this is something not a whole lot are doing. I know there's other node protocols who do poker games together, but being able to purchase tokens and purchase things on the site via power tokens is nothing I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andos.
Not that I know of. Yeah, you normally have to sell into a different currency to make your deposits, and I'm pretty confident there's no other casino platform that's giving away nodes as prizes. So
yeah,
it would be a first.
Yes, sir. So that's exciting. I got to be careful not to type over here because everybody gets upset about my keyboard. I get so much of that. It's funny. Okay, so Dabs and Mascot, do you guys have anything before we open it up to the community for questions?
No, I think you guys pretty well hit it.
Yeah, if you are a whale, please use our OTC. As we, do our
Yes.
marketing and stuff, the price will go up and you will probably be tempted to sell. But if you are a big whale, please use the OTC. You do get the benefit of not paying as much tax to a DEX, and it's all done, off a DEX.
Yeah, no, good point, Dabs. That's a great talking point. We can't force people. I know we want to try to make it easier for people to use the over the counter option. How to integrate that into the D app and how to get that into the Discord or a better method is definitely above and beyond me. I'm not a dev, but from what I've seen, it's not truly implemented as easily as we'd like to think. But we're in DeFi. We also can't force people. I'm not a fan of stopping anybody from selling whatever they make. I know it hurts us to see big sales. I'm going to be open and transparent. Vapor, you guys know I'm over there. There was a $116,000 sale. It was very frustrating to see when somebody dumps that much. But at the same time, we're not in the space to limit people. We're in DeFi, and that's completely opposite of what this space was meant for. So, as Dab said, just please reach out and try to use over the counter. That's all we can ask for. We can't force people, and we're not going to implement something that then stops you from being able to make your money. At least that's my viewpoint. If it changes from the devs or something, I'm just sharing my viewpoint. Why answering the questions about centralized exchanges and implementing sale tax. I've seen many projects where they implement that. I know some have a little minor one, but it really truly does limit you moving down the line and getting onto centralized exchanges. All right. That's it. Let's go ahead and open this up. Definitely want to try to keep this to an hour. Got the family, got things going on. I know Mascot's got things going on, and Andos probably wants to go back to sleep. He's probably on 3 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
But so let's try to come up, bring people up. Mascot, if you can handle that, I'll try to answer some of the questions in the AMA channel.
Yeah, we'll bring ADOX up.
Where's Shadow at? Is he not going to come up here? Hold on.
Sorry.
Where's Shadow?
Go ahead.
Is he not?
ADOX, that was my bad. I accidentally deleted instead of invited you up. If you want to go ahead and re-raise your hand.
You're fine.
There he is. My bad.
You. I can't see.
I say, get out of here.
I can't see Shadow.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hello.
ADOX.
Yep.
How are you doing? It's nice to talk to you finally. I always listen to MI on the Monday morning at work, so I'm happy to be here tonight. Just quick question.
Yes,
Marketing. When does the marketing start now? What's your plan?
So I'm not the marketing manager, but we do have a social media manager and Cut, and then I'm trying to push and get some of that going now. There's a Twitter giveaway, trying to bring more visibility to that. Marketing on other sites. I need Cut's vision for that, and what he's doing on the backside. Putting out Google ads and stuff like that. I'm not sure. As again, I'm the community manager, trying to do as much as I can. I have not seen any foresight into the marketing, but I know Cut has mentioned it's coming. I'm doing what I can with the influence with the marketing manager or social media manager that we have, and putting out some Twitter giveaways and bringing some more visibility to it as best as I can.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine with me. The second question I had is obviously with the V2 contract, I believe we can now compound between the wallet and the all pending rewards. Is that feature working now at the minute? Because I'm struggling to do it, and I think I may not be the only one.
Yeah, so that's where we need Dabs and Ronan. I'm gonna let that. I want to say Ronan saying there's a little bit of an issue. The announcements. Dabs, Ronan, can you get? Or I know Ronan's not here. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I am not sure yet. Probably need some more info from Cut, but yeah, the moment we figure it out, we'll update you guys.
Yeah, I know Ronan. The last announcement again. I woke up to that. I want to say the V2 launched at 3 a.m. my time, so I was kind of out of the loop as to what the true issue is. If it's not allowing you, I will say this: the thing I do know for the being able to compound with things in your rewards and your wallet, you have to have a minimum of 50% in your
Yeah,
wallet.
that's fine. I've got about 27, I think,
Yeah, then-
just above, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work. So I was just thinking probably maybe just at the minute just claim it and then just use my everything what's in my wallet really.
Yeah, and I'll apologize for that. You know, we as we roll things out, there's always going to be some glitches and some things that
Oh, it's
hang
fine.
us up. But as soon as we do know, we will announce that it's fixed. I know Ronan. You know, today's Sunday. It's hard for everybody to get away from the family and do all this. So just all I'll ask is just be a little patient, and we apologize for the.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you,
The guy-
guys.
the guy
Just
probably
just
has
if I
leftover,
can,
yeah.
one more to the whale who is dumping on the market. Stop it, please, for everybody. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No,
I
thank
love
you.
it.
Yeah, no, that's a good. I mean, obviously sell, but if you can spread out your large rewards, please do. You know, don't dump it all at once. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it is. Right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
it's like that old saying: "Don't spend it all in one place." Right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, Snorky said need maximum 50% from wallet, but that I think that translates to the same thing. You need a minimum of 50% in your rewards. Would you agree?
Yep.
So, all right, who's up next? Lion?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, cool. Thank you guys for the work that you guys are doing. I love these chats every week. I messed up about 4 weeks ago. It was early in the morning, and I gave away my passphrase.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Had a big- But the bad news is, they emptied me out within like seconds out of my Spooky Swap. The good news is I had moved a lot of it, most of it actually into Power. And so I have a pretty big investment in Power. When it was higher too, the price. But I have to shoot it over. I have to go into my old account and I have to send it over to my other MetaMask, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, And
Ugh, I'm sorry.
yeah, disaster. Yeah. It could have been worse though. It could have been worse. So
Yeah, you know what? Let me take this moment. 451 people here, and this is a lesson learned, right?
it was early in the morning. Yeah, I had something happens. I had to put my pass because I couldn't whatever. And it was early in the morning. I wasn't paying attention. I was in a rush too.
Ugh.
And then it looked just like on Spooky Swap. I pop up, and I put my passphrase in, and
Oh,
it was
on
crazy.
Spooky Swap that you got?
Yeah, it
Oh
popped up. There was a
my
pop up.
God.
And I would have been, if it would have been a normal day, I would have been like, no, I'm not gonna put my passphrase in for nothing. Yeah, but it looked just like it. Just looked like it. And yeah, it's happened actually to some other people that I know as well.
So
Because it looks just like it.
Yeah, so here, let me say this: you will never have to put your seed phrase in on anything other than MetaMask. Ever, no DMs, no team. If any other node protocol reaches out for your seed phrase, tell me, I'll come kick their ass. I'm serious. Nobody does that. Every node protocol I know always tries to warn everybody that there will not be any DMs from the team unless you DM them first, right? My DMs are open. You can send me a DM and then I'll respond. There will never be, hey, I need to verify your node. Please send me your information. That will never happen from any team.
And don't keep your seed phrase on your computer. The seed phrase is truly meant to be a item of last resort. If your account is truly compromised, write it down on a piece of paper or a sticky note. What I do is I have a sticky note and it's hidden in the back of one of my drawers, right? Like
which drawer? Can you tell me which drawer, please?
Yeah, it's get out of here. No, essentially the goal with the seed phrase is that once you have it written down when you create your account, you will never ever want to need to put it in again, right? For any circumstance. And on top of that, get a hard wallet. Can't say that enough as well. Secure your assets, guys.
Yep.
No. So was that your was that your question?
Well, my question is how do I my nodes are in that old MetaMask, connected to my old MetaMask. So how do I move those nodes into a new MetaMask?
Yeah.
I'll
So
link the video right now.
As of right now, you can't. But later on, all the nodes will become NFTs, and when that moment happens, You need to get to your wallet quickly and then
Yeah.
send those NFTs to your new wallet.
Okay.
Do you have
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the catch-22 of not being able to move your nodes. Is at least you can still access your rewards right now. Because if you could move your nodes, they'd be
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have been gone. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, if you
They'd have been gone.
if you get a hard wallet, there is a way to kind of secure them and move them. I'll send a video link right now in general
Okay.
chat.
Okay, great.
You can take a look at that and see it might be able to be a fix for you. I hope
Okay.
it helps, man.
Yeah.
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 Thanks.
Go
Yeah,
to Best Buy or online. You can get a Ledger Nano S for $60.
I have one. Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tag you right
Great.
now.
Great. Thank you.
Posted that in chat.
Yeah, that man, and you know what, guys? Being a mod that we are, we see this daily. So we try to warn, we try to teach people. There's so many new people coming in. Something the community can do too is when people come in. Maybe I know we have a warning that pops up. We'll never ask for seed phrases. You know, we're hitting 451 people. We will never ask. Nobody should ever ask for your seed phrase. We do
Yeah.
something every day. We try to. I made Discord actually even harder to get into. Actually, yesterday you have to have a verified Discord account with a phone number attached to be able to access now. So I'm trying to get rid of scammers as best as possible. They come in and day out, but we will never. Nobody should ask for your seed phrase. No protocol, and that's including centralized exchanges,
Yeah.
or dexes, decentralized exchanges. Nobody should.
Yeah. Keep in mind, we have people that impersonate the mod team too,
Oh.
including Cut himself. So if you
Mhm.
get a DM from us first and you weren't expecting it, assume it's a scammer.
Yep.
Yeah, and you don't even have to enter
Automatically.
in your seed phrase.
Automatically.
Don't even click on link. Don't even click on links that they send you.
Yeah, because these
They're
get
just looking for a way in.
yeah, these get complicated. They get very something, you know, I've learned that I'm scared about is, you know, I get so many DMs and so many people sending me stuff. Clicking on a link then leads to, you know, potentially giving you malware where they're tracking your keystrokes to where, okay, they don't need you know, your seed phrase. What they'll do is now they've got a malware in your computer where they'll just access it when you're not around, put in your password once they figure it out, and move it from your computer. That scares the living crap out of me. So be careful on clicking and downloading things. This, you know, there's bad people out there, and no one from the team will do that. So sorry, my man. There's nothing we could do, but your best bet is to move funds over to another wallet, a different, completely different wallet that's locked up, and then try to build your nodes over there. For now, I guess is our only option.
Yep. Claim them and send them over as fast as possible.
Yeah. Once you turn it into NFTs, right?
And that's if that's the direction we go. We right now with NFTs, we just got V2 out. We have no idea where we're going with NFTs. If it's going to be something on the side, there's a lot to be learned in the NFT space right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you, without our own marketplace, creating NFTs would just undercut our token. So it's kind of something I'm nervous about. Want to see and be part of that conversation. It's just not happening yet.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Thanks for coming up. That's a good lesson for all 451 people in here.
Yeah.
Go. Okay, let me. You want to bring somebody else up? I'm going to try to keep up with AMA questions.
Yeah, go ahead and bring up Omer and When Power Moon.
What's the future of energy token?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Let me.
Yes, sir.
Omer,
Give us just a second so we can read off some questions out of chat.
What's the future? Okay. What's the future for the energy token? So getting through V2, we are expecting more information as well for energy. I know Cut has mentioned, and Andos is chasing him hard. and rightfully so. We want more information as well on the energy token. All we know right now is that it's a governance token that will help us in voting and information down the road for the future of the project. How that's built, I'll be honest, I would rather utilize that than snapshot voting. Snapshot voting I was a fan of, but it just, for me, it's very similar where it's depending on the size of your, you know, how many nodes you own or something like that. Or if you even own a node, you can only make the vote. We have the same instance here, but if we can create something better with energy, that's what I'm hopeful for, but we don't know.
And
Lieutenant
it's also
General.
currently it's already it's also part of the staking pair as well to farm more power,
Yep.
which is pretty important too. I think it's actually got a higher percentage than the power and FTM pool, so it's worth staking.
Yep. Any update to energy, Daviac? I hope we answered that. Buyback and adding to coin market cap. Adding energy to the coin market cap. That's a good question. I want to say we put that in the to-do list. I'm not sure if that's on their to-do list. And actually, that's a good question. Adding energy to coin market cap. I'll add that as well. Good one. Go ahead, Omar.
All right, gents and folks. Just real quick question, and I posted this in the room. But for the OCO, getting folks to do that, a lot of folks are not actually in Discord or on Twitter. Be surprising, but I've seen it a lot. I was like that for a while. I see these project pop up somewhere. I logged into it and claim and not know what's going on. So I suggest we have like a pop up for folks that are claiming large amount in the actual dashboard itself. It just pops up a message and say, hey, FYI, OCO benefits. Here is a quick YouTube video. Watch this to explain what OCO is. So at least the word is getting out to those folks, or at least at a minimum, it's popping up in their face every time they try to claim a large amount. Right? You don't want to stop them, like you said, but at least this is the best way to get information directly into the person's face. Folks talking in the room and post a message in the room. These folks are probably not in the room listening or seeing any of that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, and that's what we were talking about is trying to add it to the
Dashboard.
DApp. Yeah, to where it's more prominent. And I agree, not everybody's here. I don't know how they get all their information, but
That's it. You'd be surprised.
I
I
know.
mean, I'm like that too. Initially, like for example, I was in Wonderland, and to this day, I have no clue what's going on in Wonderland. I know that my money is down, a bunch of rug pulls and crazy stuff, and it's like that $300 I have left in there now. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna let that shit stay, and if something good happens, so be it. If not, then that's a rug.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that was me for information regarding that. Not with these future programs I'm in, like Power, for example. I'm listening every day for the announcement.
Yeah, well, and that's something a good point, and I agree wholeheartedly. Not everybody's here. I will say we want to drive people here. Tell me how many other tokens. Let's use AVAX, Phantom. Are you getting updates, weekly calls? You're getting a
Yeah.
lot of information here that you're just truly missing out on. So
Correct. Like I mean, Trader Joe. I use Trader Joe for trading every so often, so I'm paying attention to when they're releasing updates or anything. Anchor Protocol. I'm listening to see what's going on there. So folks got to be dialing in, man. I know it's a lot of. I got freaking 50 freaking Discord groups I'm in. And I turn everything off, all the chats and everything off. I only have the announcement that will show a pop up to say that there's a new message there,
smart.
just so I can keep up that way. But
That's-
one quick question for y'all is
Yep.
we're talking about the wallets getting hacked and stuff like that. I think once your key phrases out there, there's nothing you can do to protect that wallet. Uh, the the suggestion I'm asking for you guys to do, and I have not seen this on any other node programs, is it possible for you guys to put a password in? So when you go to claim, you have to type a password in that you create. Again, obviously you have to connect with the wallet, obviously, but then if there's a password that you can use to access and claim, especially when you guys hit the NFTs, right? Because these scripts and stuff are going to be listening and watching, so they know that all the accounts they have hacked, they're going to have something, a bot there. So as soon as it creates an NFT, they're going to sell that crap or take it over to their account. But if there's a way to implement a password, especially for us folks who have not been hacked yet, I think that will help for claiming or for being able to transfer later.
So that's a great idea, and it's funny you mentioned that because I'm on the other team that I'm part of with Vapor, they brought this up, and the biggest issue is what happens if you forget your password.
So again, it's just I think it would keep it as a minor one, right? So make it be like say link to like some email, and if some folks don't want to do share their email, let's create a fake email just specifically for this, right? Because that way, if you give up your seed phrase, pretty sure your brain's gonna get turned on at that point. Like, oh shit, I'm not gonna give them also my password to my email, my fake email I created for this thing, right?
No. I think
That's
it's
an
a great idea.
extra layer of security.
I want to say Snorky, if he's in here, he's the one who was talking about it and bringing it up as well. And it's a great idea how it's implemented, how you do a forgot password. Because this world, it gets, we've had multiple where I'm gonna be honest. We've had a couple tickets where 2 people, 3 people are claiming the same
Yeah.
wallet, and it gets really messy.
Yeah, so that would prevent it from that point, right? So if when your person first create a node, they're asked to create or forced to create a password,
Yeah,
with an email or wherever you want to do, phone number, whatever they feel like choosing doing, then that creates a level of security. So now 3 people are claiming, and if the only one of them have access to the email to verify,
yeah,
that's probably the right person.
Ultimately, people just need to slow down a bit. I think that's why they make these mistakes and give out their seed phrases. That they're trying to do too
You
much
know,
at once.
what? I
Instead
agree
instead
what
of
you're
backing off
saying,
a
but
bit.
that's not fully true, right? Some people get tricked like crazy, right? Viruses, and if you're brand new, I mean, I've got tricked. For example, first time using Discord, I remember I getting all these things, and I'm thinking it's the right people. Telegram, oh my gosh, first time using Telegram, right? So you're gonna have a lot of people. If you look at it right now, they're talking about when you have the government, Biden or whatever, start talking about crypto, people are going to get more interested in, once your barbers start talking about it, everybody's getting into crypto. So there's going to be a lot of newbies, like you guys say. And that's the only
Yeah,
way I think
yeah.
we can really protect them until they get
Then
smart enough.
the only downside is as well that the scammers get smarter and smarter every day. So
The cat
if
and
they're able
mouse.
to get your seed, if they're able to get your seed phrase out of you or the people that they're getting it from, they're also going to get this secondary password that you set up as part of the scam. It'll be kind of like, oh, entering your seed phrase, they're entering your password, and they're going to get the type of people that they're targeting, and that they're going to get you no matter how many added layers or passwords you add to the
Well, the
protocol.
one that
I
they
think
won't
you
be able
can
to
work
get.
it out.
How about a Google Authenticator, right? That changes.
yeah. I mean, it's a great idea,
I
and
mean, there's
things.
ways. Again, yeah, I agree with you. That not 100% foolproof. It's just not a security layer that will help new folks at least initially. And that's be another good thing too, right? On your sites, have a newbie section, maybe some YouTube videos that says, "Hey, you're new to Nodes. Welcome. Thank you for joining
Yeah,
us. Watch
I,
these."
I, I like the Google Authenticator idea. I
Yeah,
think that's better than just a normal password. I think like I said, it changes constantly. Even if they do accidentally give it to someone, at least
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is constantly changing. I mean, that's a better idea. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure how to implement that one, but yeah, it is
yeah.
a better idea.
Yeah. And again, things to think about later in the future. But definitely, educational videos in the dashboard. The one place that everybody goes, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do, the Discord or Twitter, but that's one place everyone goes, and especially new folks, you go there, is like, hey, this is what the project's about. FY, the thing you just aped in. Now that you have a chance to cool down and get out of the degen mode, watch these videos. Simple stuff. Protect yourself. I think that'll be good for the community too. That will probably hopefully cut down on some of the questions in the chat room. But again, just suggestions on my part here.
Oh yeah.
And then lastly, energy. We've been talking about energy. I have no clue what it's going to be, but my guess, and this is just my bet, that we're going to use it for something with NFT, being able to sell it or be able to transfer or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Energy.
Cut
There you
has
go.
mentioned it. Like I said, Andos is we're pushing for more information. I will say this. Remember, we have a smaller team. Cut is our only point of contact outside, and they've been working on the V2. Cut today, you guys tell me, we were asking for some more information from Cut, and Cut's response was, Cut needs a rest. That was his response to us. So I know he's been stressed out. I know he's been working hard on this. And we're after more information. We want it faster and faster. That's what DeFi is all about, is how fast we can keep up. So we're not stopping. We're not going to give up either. But just all I ask is be patient on that. I know it's coming. We'll see what we as the mod team. I know Andos had a lot of information to help with and try to make it better. So we'll see where we can go with that. Right now, it
All right.
will be implemented into some kind of NFT. Is at least what Cut has mentioned, and our governance. Correct, Andos?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, he's got a lot of information to read over that I've sent across to him. So
All
I
right.
take everything out of the chat and compile it as best as I can and
And
slap
then
it
for
on his
all
desk.
450 people or whatever listening here, I need you guys to pump the coin today to like 8:30, so I can get me a free node.
All right, man. Thanks for coming
All
in.
right, guys.
You heard the
Talk to
name.
y'all later. Thanks
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Renegade, I know I wrote this many times, but I would like somewhat of an answer by the team. Would have been better if it was by Cut himself, but here goes nothing. Would it be possible to integrate OTC in the contract itself now that V2 is out, since it gives the devs more flexibility? It could be done right? Question mark. Well, this is where it gets tricky. I'm not a dev, and you're right. I think Cut would have to answer this, and maybe Dabs can, but I don't see how you can implement an over the counter into the contract. I'm not sure how that.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
couldn't. You
seen
couldn't
it.
do it by you couldn't do it by force, because say it's like in the contract it's over 20k sales, force and OTC. Well, they would simply sell just under that each time and do multiple sales. I can imagine. I don't know how you would.
Yeah, well, and
How do you
understand,
force it?
Cueto, the over the counter. What you guys got to understand is it's between a buyer and a seller still. So it's basically when we find a buyer who's trying to buy, let's just throw numbers out, $20,000 worth, and he doesn't want to deal with the slippage and whatnot in the market, and then you also have a seller trying to sell 20,000. We have to match people up. It's not. Can it be purchased from the protocol? Yes, but then that's in turn basically doing a buyback that nobody has visibility to, and then the contract constantly doing this would be probably not ideal. So figuring that completely out and how that works is probably the number one. How would you implement something like that where you put each other into a waiting list? But it would be a great idea. I don't know how to do it myself, but I hope I gave you somewhat of an answer in understanding how over the counters actually work. There's still a buyer and a seller. All right. Wind Power Moon, what's up?
Hell yeah, dude. First off, dude, remember the Rams won the Super Bowl, okay?
Oh, yes, they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that back in your face. Second off, the legit question on when we switch over to an NFT, are there going to be a finite amount of NFTs, or is it going to be unlimited? As right now, you can create an unlimited amount of nodes.
So we don't know if we're going to be switched to, or if it will be a side project like boosters and stuff. We do not know at all. So I can't.
Right now,
I can't
the
answer that.
nodes as NFTs is so it's kind of the whole market, and this isn't just pertaining to power. I'm going to talk about nodes as a whole right now, and in the whole node sort of sector as far as DeFi goes. There was a huge push to make nodes NFTs as NFTs become more and more popular. And it was kind of one of those situations where just because we could, we never stopped and really thought about asking why. Because what we've seen is a lot of node-based projects that are NFTs popping up that don't have inherent use for them being NFTs outside of the fact of, look, I can move my nodes around. And you see it fundamentally destroying the underlying financial model of that node project.
Yep.
Because what happens is if it costs so much to make a node or mint that NFT, right? And let's say it's 50 power for a nuclear, right? But someone wants to dump their node, and so they go to PaintSwap on Phantom Network, and they are undercutting the mint price for say 35 power because they just want to get out. Really, really quickly, you can create a domino effect of completely destroying the financial ecosystem of both the worth of power tokens.
Yep.
And then you're not replenishing the treasury, you're not replenishing the rewards pool, and you go from having a really exciting project. And that's what happened to a lot of these projects. They had great tokenomic models, they had great plans, and because they were allowed to be freely traded on open third-party markets, you see projects open and close their doors in 2 days. So I think the best thing we can do right now for power, and even though it is a little bit less sexy to not have the NFTs at the moment, it's really something we have to look at closely, and to make sure that just because we can do it and the novelty of, ooh, I can send my friend my nodes, or I can move them to my other wallet, and for those some cases of people that maybe have compromised wallets, big picture, it could cause a mass unrecoverable sell-off.
Yeah, you don't want it to become gimmicky. If you're going to do an NFT, if you're going to turn your nodes into NFTs, that's when you also have to cap your nodes. So then that's why it holds the value of the NFT. If you can,
It gets tricky.
Exactly. That was my whole question: is if there's going to be a cap.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to. I'm in Universe as well, so I totally understand that tokenomics.
Yeah, and you see what they tried to do. They had to try to limit it, and they still can be sold. And then there's others. Here's what I'll say though. Still, we don't know if that's the direction we're going. And I'm going to be honest. I'm glad we're still sitting back watching. That's just my opinion. I don't want.
Are we going to let Thor go first?
Well,
we should.
We should. They're already working on something. I don't know what it entails, but I do know they are creating their own marketplace. That's something we've talked about, and I know. you can see other ones who are saying, okay, we need to create our own marketplace and limit it from being sold on, say, any other open seas and those places where you can sell undercutting, and then the project doesn't get any percentage of it to help replenish the rewards pools and whatnot. So it's even then with your own marketplace, I'm still curious because I haven't seen how that completely plays out. Who does have their own NFT marketplace and how is it working right now? Do you guys know anybody?
The only one I'm in right now is Universe, so
Yeah, but they don't have their own marketplace. I can sell on
no, it's on
NFT
Tofu
Trader.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I can sell.
And their chart is nothing to be in love with.
Yeah, I
either.
know. Trust me, dude. I've already wasted my money there.
No,
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
But that
I would
being
like to
I
said,
have
see
unit
USD
as well.
marketplace.
yeah, I think
no,
we all kind
were
of got hit there.
We have trained with you. Don't worry. We're speaking from
But
personal pain and experience.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's an LVT. I don't know if you guys just saw LVT just came out with their own, and that's probably something for us to watch as well, right? And to see how it's implemented and how it's working. That's what I think we need to do when watching and looking at NFTs. Is it something we will be guaranteed to do? Turning them into nodes, we do not know. Is it something that will be NFTs on the side? I think that might be where we're going, but again, to answer that, we don't have that answer right now. So
Okay, and then lastly, is there going to be a liquidity pool for energy token or no? Because I
if-
know we kind of talked about this in the Discord.
yeah,
I remember answering.
that I don't know. Well, no, correct me if I'm wrong, Ando. So a liquidity, we don't have a rewards pool to pull from to then give you the energy liquidity pool. Like,
Well, I
are you
mean, like
asking
if
for
I want to
rewards?
trade it, like let's say I want to buy it and then sell it in a little bit. If there's only 16,000
Oh,
liquidity,
You're talking about on the DEX.
I'm not
Gotcha.
going to jump in there.
Oh no, you've got the staking already. So you've got the power and energy staking. So if you have energy and you want to sell it, you need liquidity. You sell it into power first, and then power into Phantom or whatever you want to sell it to, because that's the liquidity pair that's available. Is that what you're asking?
Oh, so I'm looking at the power energy, or no, sorry, the energy Phantom.
Yeah.
That
So
could be it.
so that's why you got the high slippages in that. So yeah, go from energy to power first, and then from power into Phantom. And
Well, let me take a look at that.
because you can currently stake power and energy together now in the liquidity pool. So that's where the liquidity is.
Yes. There we
Okay,
go.
so I'm in the wrong spot. That's why I wanted to ask.
Well,
Thank you
and
so
know
much.
this, we're kind of in a debacle right now with our staking and our farming. And I want to say I don't know how the liquidity is working on the backside with these. With our staking, we have a set people who have created LP pools over there, but we need them to pull out so that we can end that contract and pull whatever's in there and move it over to the new one. But by doing so, if people have, I mean, I want to say last time I saw it, there was still like $60,000-$70,000 of people having money in the staking or in the farms.
Yeah,
and we need.
I'm not sure what's going on there. Did they stake and then forget that it's there, or did they stake and they
Yes.
lost access to
And
their
they're
wallets
not
or
reading
something? Something's
announcements.
happening.
They're not checking.
Well, I mean, you're also not their dad to tell them what to do with their funds.
Yeah,
either,
but
so.
I mean, I'm trying to be sensitive here. The last thing I want is somebody to go, "Holy crap, dude! I had $5,000 over there and it's gone." Like that would hurt anybody. And if we can leave the contract open until we get it all out, that's my. I mean, I'd hate to.
Yeah, but if it's gonna hurt you that bad, you would obviously know that you had $5,000 sitting there waiting. I mean, come on, dude.
No, hey, believe me, I'm with you.
I know.
Saw the tickets that we deal with, I'm going to tell you, in other protocols too, I've seen tickets come months later. We're like, hey, you changed the rewards rates. I built this in Christmas time, and where's my rewards? And you're like, where have you been for 3 months?
I go into Thor every day and start talking crap about 12%. Getting my 12% back.
So no, we're just trying to be sensitive to it. There's still a lot of money over there, and we're trying to figure that out. Something I need Dabs, Ronan, and Cut. We've been talking about adding at least a big warning. That's the next question. Can you disable the farm landing page? We need to put a big warning on that site, not only in Discord, because like you guys have mentioned, everybody's not just in Discord. Something we've been trying to push for, trying to get that information. Please pull out your money out of the farms and move to the staking. I'll say that there's warnings in the Discords. There's communication happening. Please pull your money out of the farms, and if you want to continue, go over into the staking, because we don't want you guys to lose your money. So we're sensitive to it. I don't want anybody coming back upset that they lost a lot of money. And you're right. you should be aware of your investments, but this is the world of DeFi.
True.
All right. Hopefully we answered your
All right,
questions.
I'm good yet.
Thank you, sir. All right, I answered Old Man's Plan. I hope. We definitely want to add a warning at least there.
Oh, last question. When's the moon?
Hopefully right now. Add a request to use OCO message pop up and claim. Oh, that was Omer. Get out of here, Omer. You already asked that. We got anybody else with their hand up? With Comic Sans 80 boldness in red. I want to add it to the site. Will Energy get a V2 as well? Can we learn anything else about this? I don't think we'll get a V2 of Energy. It's just we need to start implementing and moving on Energy. For instance, it's supposed to be a governance token. Let's start using it as a governance token. But I'm giving that to Andos. He's going to chase that down for me.
Yeah, Cut mentioned to me that the governance token side of things is it's a couple of weeks out, and that will be how we do things from then on. By Q2, he said. So I'm expecting that to be rolled out. I'm staying on him. I'm keeping the pressure on him to give me as much information as possible.
Yeah.
I think after he has a good break, after now launching V2, he'll start answering a lot more of these questions in detail and have a bit more time. Just give him a rest, I think.
Yeah, V2 I think put a lot of stress on the Thor devs and the Power devs. You know, they had a lot on their shoulders to fix this. And only time will tell. You know, we like I mentioned in the beginning of the AMA, we you know, Thor launched at a time when the market was just not wanting to deal with anything, and everybody was pulling money out, and so everybody, you know, we were getting a lot of, hey, you know, Thor's not doing well. Are we really going to follow this still? And I don't think it has anything to do with the contract other than the market. So
yeah,
that's our goal here, is to continue moving, keep pushing, you know, Energy and Power, and doing what we can to keep growing.
Yeah, before he got knuckled down into V2, he did mention that Energy was going to be important. He couldn't stress it enough, and he was telling people to buy it left, right, and center as much as they could get. So when he's had a rest, I think he'll come back and address that in more detail. I think that's going to be his next thing.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait and see.
Yes, sir. All right. Anybody else, Mascot, want to come up? I'll keep reading questions.
Yeah, let's bring Pac, Goat, and Jimmy.
Oh,
Try to keep it to one question each here as we come in the last 10, 15 minutes here.
Paha.
If you guys don't mind.
Yo.
Paha, how are Powerful Dragons doing? I gotta ask.
We're doing great. We just announced the video game today.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Give you
People starting to get interested in the project.
All right. What's your question today?
Like more than. I'm not sure if it's been addressed yet, but I saw that the node cap has been removed, like per wallet.
Yes.
Is there a reason for this?
Optimization, baby.
Well, I haven't been given a reason. The only thing I can think of is obviously, you know, still think about how this protocol works, and when a node is created, the rewards pool is replenished. Does that still speak to Ponzi? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
But you know, the question coming down to, you know, node caps and you know, let's say stopping you know, nuclears at a certain level. Once we start getting down that conversation, and I want to say Shadow has been a big proponent of letting people and educating people. Once you start stopping that, well, without our investments being able to keep up with the rewards pool payout, we're basically cutting our legs off. You guys got to understand that. So once you cap something and stop it, we're just creating a limit there. So I would think this probably goes down that same road. Why not be able to have more than 100? If people want to buy more than 100, why would we stop them, right? If they're a new investor, or a new investor, but they're adding more to their wallet is ultimately what the protocol needs.
I believe the smarter way to do it, instead of saying a node cap, but I personally would just be increasing the prices.
Yes.
So you don't drop the rewards, you don't cap them, you just make them more expensive. So you can still buy a node, but it's going to cost you more. That's how I would do it.
That's the one thing I do really like about Thor, is that they did do that. And that's the biggest difference from us to them, was we dropped our rewards rates, but they upped the price to get in. So it's a good little balance there as well.
Yeah. So I would have. Yeah. Sorry. I'll wait.
Were you referring to the 100 node cap per wallet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I tried.
I also thought. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep. Hello.
I was just. Hey, I also thought that if I recall correctly, I remember having a discussion with somebody early on, and across some other projects that node cap there was originally put into the ring
Forks
code because of the way the distribution works, at least in the old contracts. Thankfully, we're not in those old contracts anymore. Was that was to optimize gas for utilization of sending out those rewards to the individual nodes. And so they capped them at around 100 because the gas started to get a little bit crazy, to my understanding. Because if you have like multiple wallets with hundreds of nodes,
that's a good point.
the gas distribution started to get crazy.
Yeah, I think they thought that, but then it ended up being the gas started to get crazy just because of the total number of nodes in general, not just the number of nodes held by the one person. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it ended up being. That's why that contract eventually failed. And that's the thing that was fixed by Thor and Power before they even launched it. We didn't have that problem with the gas, I believe.
Yeah. A lot of projects launched.
But most of these node projects, most of these node projects, even if it wasn't an issue with gas, they did have that cap of 100 just as a standard thing, I believe.
Yep.
It was ultimately like you could cap your wallet at anything. You could say, it's a 10 max for a wallet. People and whales would just create multiple wallets. It's so easy to do.
Yep. Vapor has 5.
It doesn't really hinder them. Yeah, it doesn't really hinder them in any way.
Yeah, like I was going to say that it's basically just a quality of life thing because you could create another wallet.
Correct.
And it's gonna be a huge quality of life benefits for dragons.
Keep in mind, guys, that the more nodes you guys have in your wallet, the slower the UI will load for you.
Yes.
So that's one reason why Strong limited theirs to 100 per wallet, and they actually recommend that you don't go over 50 because of how long it takes to load all of that data under UI.
Yeah, and that's something we've been dealing with here, right? As we got the new UI and then people have to keep refreshing. It's calling back to the contract and trying to pull all that data. And when you have a lot, it's taking it a little while. So good point, Devs. Good. I'm glad you mentioned that because I was thinking about it and then I forgot. That is another reason.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for answering.
Absolutely, Pa. Thank you for your help, man.
Happy to be here.
All right, who's next? Was it Jimmy or the goat?
I'm here. Goat's here.
Either one.
Goat.
Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins gets to go first.
Hey, I'm good. Can you hear me? This is Goat.
Yes. What's up, Goat? Let's go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick thing here. I'm just trying to create a couple of nodes there, and I'm not having issue going through the regular internet. I'm working off of the mobile, but when I work through MetaMask browser, I have an error, like an ENS error, K9250, something like that. So it's not working through MetaMask, but I'm able to go through just the regular browser. So is there an issue of it just working through MetaMask
on mobile? I think we do have. I know we have a couple tickets open with Trust Wallet Connect, or Wallet Connect issues on mobile. And there might be some more optimization that needs to be happening on the mobile side. Dabs can speak to that more than I can, but I don't know where we stand with it. If there is an issue, please make a ticket so that we can then investigate.
So I actually had this issue when I woke up to check on my nodes. In MetaMask, there should be an option to clear the cache or connections of your wallet to any dApp. If you can find that button, go ahead and click that. And then
I did.
If that doesn't work, are you on MetaMask or are you on?
Yeah, we went through MetaMask. I got a help desk ticket in with you guys, and we did that advanced setting where you clear the cache or the history. Then we did like a reset through the account, and neither one of those worked. What was interesting was through MetaMask, I also had that issue all of a sudden with Spooky Swap. But when I reset the account, Spooky Swap ended up working, but still had the same issue with Power, the app.
Yeah, let's work through that. Let's try to work through the ticket because then we can get more information and and screenshots and try to help you there. We definitely, I will say, I know we have some stuff to work on the mobile side. I'm just not, I'm not that guy.
Perfect. No, I just figured I know a lot of people listen, so
Yep.
I'm sure you're running to that. Okay, guys, have a nice day.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
man. You too.
Jimmy.
What's going on, Jim?
Jim.
Hey, what up, Power Nation? One Lambo.
Jimmy.
I think you guys answered a lot of it. I had a couple questions on marketing, but I know we've got some stuff to come and a lot of hard work on V2. But Renegade, I know it, and sometime in the past, you guys have put like in the community helper section and wanting to put stuff down with community wallet. Is there any idea of maybe Cut to give you a marketing fund so you could do some of the ideas that you guys have come up with to kind of push stuff out more social media?
That is a good question.
I would love for that.
We do have the rewards wallet, and Cut did give me a wallet for testing compounding when I was working on, building the new UI. And we might be able to use that as part of the marketing. But as far as budgeting goes, yeah, Cut hasn't given us anything. We could ask him for it, or I suggest we just let Cut rest, and then we flood him with all the marketing questions.
Well,
Because I'm sure he has it in the plan.
Yeah, and so here's where things get tricky, right? I know he gives me a lot of free reign to try to push and push and push, but when, I want to do something or, outside of, just on social medias, right? I'm not a marketing manager, and I am by no means, that's my profession and know how to do it best. So I'm going to put that out there. That's not me. But trying to, keep, the social Twitter and anything else like that, trying to create giveaways and visibility to us. We have our social media manager. Me and him have been talking. Funds wise, I need Cut to be involved or create somebody who is good at that and knows where to move those funds in the best light, right? Like, hey, we need to put funds here because I know it will get we'll get it back, right? By just the visibility. That's what we need, and I've been asking for it. Whether we actually get some funds, I know Cut, if I do a giveaway, 20, 30 tokens, I'll just tell Cut, hey, I did a giveaway. Can you compensate me? Now it'll take a week or two for me to get it back, but I do get it back. But it comes out of our funds from the mods. So it's just the, you guys trying to be transparent as possible, right? You guys know how much slower we do move it sometimes, and trying to help Cut, and he tries to do everything, I think, and I wish we could hire more people in between or on his side who has a little control. It comes down to the owners and giving that control. I highly doubt that man would ever give me a wallet to be able to just spend funds from, but that's a dream I could have, but
that'd be rad.
Yeah.
That would be great. Maybe at least at a minimum, the UI for just today, maybe you could change it to purple.
Love it. I will say this. I do know that. So let me give another teaser. So you guys have noticed we've got some more mods. We got Don, Robert, and Shadow. Don has been killing it and helping us with the website and some knowledge-based things. He's working on something that we're going to add to the D-app with knowledge and information. He's adding the white paper to his site that then will get added to our site. Shadow, more marketing, more information. Shadow is working on a merch site, trying to figure out the details, trying to figure out how we can utilize it rather than just being where you purchase it with a debit card or something like that. We want to give utility to the token, how to implement that and how to implement it correctly. So that's happening on the backside. And Cut even said he doesn't want to he wants to be able to use Power. So we're trying to figure out how that's going to work and who can build it. I think we kind of have an open checkbook, I hope. At least that's the way me and Shadow are proceeding. That he will compensate somebody if they build the website. But that's how it works on the background. He just said, yeah, that's what I want. And we're like, is it $1,000? Is it $5,000? All right, well, let's move forward. So we're trying. We're doing what we can as the mod team. We do need to keep growing and keep building. So we're doing what we can.
Yeah. Hey, and one last question about energy. I know all the focus is on V2 and decided that it's here. I know that Cut said eventually making it deflationary, maybe some buybacks. Has he mentioned anything, or we're still waiting to hear back?
So there was information on deflationary. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andos.
What was that? Sorry, I was just answering some questions there in the Power chat.
No, how energy is going to become deflationary.
Mainly through the buyback and burns.
Yeah.
Is the main reason it's going to be deflationary.
So
There's,
he'll
there's
buy him
gonna be
back and
other
then burn him. Yeah, that's correct.
yeah, there's probably going to be other methods added to it. I'm hoping to see personally when or if NFTs are finally brought in, that they're purchased with energy, and then it's burned from there as well in those purchases. But definitely via the buybacks and burns is the first initial way.
Yep. Yeah, a lot to grow from there. Like I said, with energy, Andos and a couple of the community helpers, I want to say, it was in that chat. We're throwing out hundreds of ideas, and Andos captured them. And he went to cut with it. So again, I'm going to lean on Andos to chase that down and see what we can implement and ideas. Andos is big brain over there on that stuff, so I'm going to let him chase down and push that.
I forward him a list of no less than 40 potential ideas for utilities for energy and NFTs, and I mean, put it all there nice and neat for him to go through, and he said he was going to review them straight after he gets V2 out. So I'm hoping he's looking at them now after he has a sleep, and we'll hear from him soon.
Yeah,
but there was a lot.
We'll keep pushing, and definitely have. We want to see utility as well. I know Andos really wants to see utility.
Put it this way: if he picks just one or two of the multiple ideas I send him, energy is going to be huge. So there's that to look forward to. He could pick even more, but yeah, just one or two would be massive.
So we're trying. I hope that answers. All we say is be patient. Things move a little slower, and it's only one guy we're going through. I wish there was, for example, the investments. I've been pushing Cut to try to get the financial advisor in here, because that's also not my forte either. I'm by no means the guy to listen to when it comes to what to invest in. Because usually when I sell thinking things are going to go down, they actually go up, and then I'm over here crying in the corner. But we're trying our best as mods. We're trying our best to push through information that the community is sharing on a constant basis, and taking from those and sharing. So we're doing our best. Hope you guys see it. Did that answer your question, Jimmy? Or did we lose you? I think we lost him. Has it been calculated with how many whales are in this project, how long we would be able to strategize buybacks and everything to sustain a good price, given that all of them will not utilize OTC? Oof. I'm going to have to say I haven't seen data on it, whether Cut and the team has it. I would hope so. I would hope they have all the data that the amazing, I'm going to shout him out again, Snorky has pulled some amazing data and information. He's able to figure all that out. I would hope that's information they're running off of. I do know Cut has proven himself with not doing buybacks up until the new V2. We didn't waste any money on buybacks to then just be dumped with the node creation and the contract selling stuff. So how many whales we have, I think we can all see via the blockchain. So I'm pretty sure it's information we can see and how funds are moving. But whether the data is being pulled from that and how their movement and their habits, that's a little different. Solitaire, I hope I answered your question a little bit. I don't know if we don't have the data, but I would hope the devs are watching that. Anybody else coming up? Move to audience. Jimmy, thank you for the question. Let's see. Will you consider sweeping the floor when nodes are NFTs and burning them to decrease the total node count? DeFi Salt God, I hope we answered your question earlier. Whether they become NFTs or not, we're not sure if that's our direction. And I still think we need to watch the market with NFTs as nodes and learn more anyway. Let's see. Trying to read through these questions. Nobody else would have to hands raised. Let's see. I'll bring up Kobe Mello, Crypto MS. Come on up. I think, did we lose Mascot, or maybe he had to step away? What's up, Kobe?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Yo, guys. Do you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I joined like 30 minutes late, so I don't know if you went over this, but so I see in V2 you could compound what's in your wallet and in your rewards, and I know there was some issue, I'm pretty sure, right? But it's not resolved yet, is it?
So I think we talked about it earlier. I know there was some issues with it, and I know Ronan and Cut were made aware of it. I don't think it's been resolved, but I want to say, has anybody done it? I haven't been able to do it yet. I don't have enough. So, and my 4 flat versals are killing me over here. So, last time I did the compound test, really screwed me over.
Yeah, I haven't tested yet. I never sell my power tokens.
Yeah.
I've just been compounding.
Yeah, so to be brutally honest, I don't know where we're at with that. I know Cuts, like I said, it's probably he's asleep now. He's got, it's 11 p.m. his time, so I'm pretty sure he's taking a nice rest and we'll wake up tomorrow and things will be attacked. I know Ronan had things to take care of today too. But
yeah, all right, that's no problem.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
I mean, if you give it a test and try it, have you tried it? Hello? And
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep getting a phone call. I'm on Discord through my phone because I'm driving. But yeah, I'm excited. Power is my first project I got into, and it's been a hell of a ride. So yeah, just excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. And if we do know if it's been fixed, we definitely will alert you guys. There'll be announcements.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Thank you, and have a great day.
You too. Thank you. All right. Crypto MS.
Yo, what's good, guys? How you guys doing today? Thanks for letting me in. So my question is, just to get to the point, I'm a part of other node projects. I know tons of everybody else is. With all these new node projects popping up, right? It seems that a lot of people are taking, which they rightfully, should be. It's their money. They can do what they want. Claiming rewards and then, alternating to whatever's new. And then normally, right, the project starts to dump a bit that they claimed from. So my question is, how is there a way to resolve this in the space? Or I'm just curious to hear your guys' thoughts on, just the longevity of that. Because I've seen people, because I do it myself. I know tons of people do it. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, you're asking with, as people get into a project, get their rewards and then take that and move it on to another project. And it's,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say, and that's where we each protocol has to keep doing what they need to do to stay ahead, right? When you start getting stagnant, obviously you're gonna fall off the map, and nobody's interested or wants to reinvest. I'm gonna say the same conversation happens in stocks, right? If you have a stock company over there who's sitting at $1 and they're not doing anything, you're not reinvesting even though you got some. So it's constantly keeping up with the market and how things are moving, and the team has to keep doing that.
I'll just touch on that. I'll just touch on that a little bit too. I won't drop names of projects, but generally speaking, if you're selling from one of the older projects and jumping into the newer one to jump on that, it's usually because they're offering a higher reward rate. Most of the time, they're offering that higher percentage, which is luring people into it. They want to jump on it early while it's there and take advantage of that. But naturally, as we know, that can't be sustainable for a long term. So eventually those projects then reduce their rewards and suddenly the appeal is not there. And then people move on to the next one because of that. But what I think will happen is generally the money will come back, flowing back ones that were leading the way. They'll showing the initiative. They'll having a bit more foresight, and it's just the money goes in a big circle. So I think it's a short-term move that they move into those new projects, and then it ends up coming back around. A lot of those newer projects, they do die out. They won't survive, or they have to make massive changes that then the community isn't happy with, and then people walk away from them. It's best to lead the market in those decisions, staying in front of it, making those choices either from the start or very early on, as to not disappoint the community. So I don't think you can really stop it. Like there's always going to be new projects. It's just about staying consistent, I think, trying to lead the way, trying to be innovative. That's all you can really do.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. And I think Ando's touched on it pretty good too. I hope we answered it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I agree. I think it'll be similar. I think there'll, be a bit more pain. The ones that are here to stay. The other ones, right, probably not going to make it. People lose a bit of money, but it'll come back here hopefully. So yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good question. And that's actually funny is I've actually stopped. I'm an investor as well, so I was chasing things and I've been rugged a couple times and Pirate Jack Sparrow got me to where I was like, you know what, I'm just done. I don't know. I'm done chasing. I know the ones that are working, and I'm just gonna invest in those and focus on what I need to do. So people get into the space and learn the hard way, I guess is the way to put it. Yeah, there's gonna be new projects. There's ones I missed that I wish I got into, but it is what it is. It's always gonna be that way too.
Yeah, eventually it'll be too much projects for you to keep track of. Like
Yeah.
I'm starting to get to that point, especially
already
if you,
there, yeah.
if you own crabs like me. Oh my god! Like every hour I have to fucking manage my crabs, and it's freaking insane.
Yeah, I went on a walk earlier today with my girlfriend, and I put my PC in a backpack, or I put my laptop in my backpack, and I was out walking in nature with my mobile hotspot on because of these crabs. So I'm right there with you, Dabs.
You guys got issues.
Ridiculous.
That's all I gotta say.
It's chronic.
I feel
Dude,
like
Mascot
race.
went to the hair salon with his laptop, playing with his crabs
Oh, this is
while he
taking
was
an ugly
waiting.
turn.
So eventually there'll be too many projects for you to keep track of that you're just gonna focus on the ones that works and the ones where you actually trust the team. And that's really what you want to look for in projects is like teams that are willing to battle through the hard times and keep pushing out what the community is asking for.
Yeah,
And that
Dad.
actually listens to the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just create like all this kind of just blows my mind. Like imagine Dabs, telling the average person, "Oh yeah, I make most of my money through, virtual crabs." Like, you know what I mean? Like it's insane.
It is. We're in a cool space now, you guys, and that's where Power and we as a team are trying to make a footprint here and constantly keeping up and doing what we can do to stay around is ideal, is what we want, is what everybody wants. Let's go back to Christmas and the mod team. We stayed around. I don't know if you guys were here when we got down to 47 cents. We could have easily just quit and walked away because we don't own this project. We have no control over the funds. But as the team, we stayed around and said, man, we don't want anybody to fail. We don't want anybody to lose money. And I think, the mod team and things like that, have helped, this project where it's at now. But the overall resounding idea is we want this to work for everybody and even moving forward, right? So when you find a project like that, that's where you gotta, I think you gotta stick to. You find these new ones who, hey, let's copy, and then they don't have the same grit, or they copy and they don't know what they're getting into and they fail. I've seen too many failures, and it just hurts, right? I don't want to see anybody lose money.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming up. Let's do this. I think we have, oh God, there's 4 more questions. Let's answer these 4 and close it up. Let's invite all 4 up and then we can close up the questions. Get you guys up here. Peeve DB, come on up. And that way I can close up the questions. All right. Let's do one at a time.
Hi guys, do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Peeve, go ahead.
Well, I've been here since January, so I've read a lot. Just one question: is there a new version of the white paper available yet?
So yes, there's Cut gave us one, and the mods weren't happy with it. I'm gonna be honest. So that's what Don Robert is working on, is cleaning it up, getting it more presentable and putting it onto his site. So being transparent, it was shared with us. It was kind of in a draft form. There is a new one. We're waiting for our master website knowledge guy to clean it up and put it onto his. I don't know if you guys know his little site that he runs on the side for Power. We're gonna add that to the D app, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dabs and Ronan are gonna add that as another little knowledge based / white paper section. But yes, we do. We just want we wanted it to look better from the mod team. We wanted it to be cleaned up.
Yeah, the information content of the white paper is done. I think he's
Yeah.
just got there's a couple of graphics being added to it, just presenting it a little bit nicer and throwing it into a PDF and such, and it'd be ready to go.
Yeah, that was all. Well, actually, to be honest with you, I wanted it on a site. I don't like, my kind of. I don't know how you guys feel about downloading something off of the Discords. I kind of don't like that feeling. I'd rather it be you click onto the site from our site and you go right to the white paper. That's kind of my envision. I don't like the PDF download versions, but we'll see what we come up with it and how Don Robert puts it together.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that was an easy one. Let's see. Let's Crypto Haven. Don't hear you. Hello.
You guys hear me?
There you are.
All right. Hey, so first off, love the community, love the team. You guys are fantastic. Love all the upgrades and stuff. So, congrats there.
Thank you, sir.
Two simple questions, hopefully. I'm looking. I've been, I use both CoinGecko and Coin Marketplace. Where does the GUI use the power price? Where does it retrieve that info? Because I always see like a difference of like 20, 30 cents, maybe even sometimes like $1.
We pull it off from the chain, so
Oh,
it's
off
more
the chain.
accurate. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, so that's one. And then my other question is, and I missed the first 15, 20 minutes, so I apologize if someone already asked the question, but where do you see the project? Where do you see the community or the market? I guess it's really the market in the next 3 to 6 months. Do we see it holding steady or hopefully continuing to go up?
It's such a hard question,
especially in today's environment. Let me before we get into that question, I'm just going to preface it with the market and what's going on in the world. I really want everybody to zoom out, right? Obviously, we're having a nice little price action right now. Everybody's excited about the version 2, but only time will tell. And what happens in the world and in the markets are nobody wants to admit to this, but the stock market controls the crypto market. The government controls certain things. One bad word about cryptocurrency and all the big ones start tumbling, as you guys saw with Andre and what happened there. Phantom, we were doing very well before Andre and whatever happened with the Phantom network. We were holding very steady between 10 and 13 for a week to 2 weeks. We were doing so well, and Andre did that, and then everything tumbled down. So there's a lot of outside control mechanisms here that we can't control. So that's why zooming out, understanding all that, it's really hard. It's a really hard question to answer directly.
Yeah. And while V2 is great for us project wise, it's still not massive enough to overturn the entire market sentiment at the moment.
Yeah.
With with war and stuff. So
wait till Ripple wins the lawsuit, and then we're gonna see big green dildo candles everywhere. They're whooping the SEC's ass. So just give it time. Let the standard take its place, and then it's over.
All right, thank you all.
Yeah, no, thank you. And we're not trying to dodge the question. Obviously, we would love to see it nothing but go up, but there's no way any of that's possible. And we don't want to give false hopium to everybody.
I hear you. It just maybe you guys see it from a different view. You guys are a little bit more involved in the whole DeFi space and the whole crypto market than me. I've been dabbling with it since late 2017, but you guys, I'm hoping you guys would know more. But hey, if we're on the same boat, we're on the same boat.
Yep, same boat.
It's just hard because even no matter how much you know about the project or DeFi or even crypto in general, I mean, one guy writes the wrong tweet at the wrong time and it can crash everything or it can pump everything. It's so annoying how it can be so easily influenced by outside forces that you can never predict.
Elon Musk
it's really annoying.
And Bitcoin, that was crazy. That was a crazy time, right?
I mean, one tweet can change everything. So and it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is.
Yeah,
we just got to kind of get used to it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Let's go with Jay Lavier.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks a lot for doing these AMAs on Sundays. They're great, and I appreciate them. Just to let you know how much I appreciate you guys. But yeah, so
Thank you.
no worries. Do you know with Spooky Swap, I use two other node projects, and I just feel that the taxes and stuff on the other projects is so much more fair in a way to the person that's using the node project, and it doesn't tax you so much. And with Spooky Swap, is there any? I'm not saying you're gonna leave Spooky Swap or anything like that, like obviously, but just that you're gonna branch out. You're gonna look out at looking at being on other exchanges and things like that in the future, or could you give an estimation on or a time on when you could be on other exchanges or anything like that, or
So
are you in talks with anyone?
I'm not, but I will say I'm glad you brought this up. This is a great conversation because I've been given the question about locked liquidity and why is it coming up in June? And I'm gonna venture. I haven't started having this conversation because we have still 3 months, but moving funds. So when you go to another exchange, you have to provide the liquidity. Where do you pull that from? From Treasury, or your existing? I want to say we have 3 million in liquidity for power right now.
Yeah.
So it's a balance. Do you take away the liquidity from the one you have, which then, as you take away liquidity, price impacts are more subject to spikes or downfalls, right? But I do think we could expand and find a couple, at least one more on the Phantom network, and I think it would be a great idea. And that could lead us into why liquidity would be unlocked in 6 months, allow us to move some funds into another one and build. I'm going to be asking the questions as we get closer about that with Cut himself, but getting through V2 and the marketing and what we've been, the UI has not been on the forefront of our minds, at least, but I have been thinking about that as well.
Awesome. Because that's the one that is just the only as someone who just uses power, the only thing this one big negative is that obviously is just the difference with the fees. It just seems like it's such a drastic thing, when you're trying to move things around. I don't know, but that's just me. Thank you. Answer my
So,
question.
Can I ask you a question? Are you talking about the fees with Spooky Swap? You're talking about the or the fees to get Phantom onto, and then maybe I'm trying to understand more so your fees that you're talking about.
Maybe I just when I use Spooky Swap, it's the percentage cut that they take and stuff like that. I looked into it and I just thought it was a bit extreme. Maybe I'm just being stupid or something.
Oh, do this.
You
Check
don't
your
agree?
slippage. Please check your slippage. Make sure you're sitting at, I want to say it's what, 0.5% or 1%, guys, is your normal average slippage. And I think I trade at that, and it's not a lot. So that's why I'm trying to figure out where
Maybe I've got something wrong there. It's just that what is it? Say if I got like maybe $400 or something worth of power or something, say for example, back when it was at $20 per
Okay.
power. Okay. I would get like almost just under a quarter, or maybe even a third taken away.
Yeah,
off of
Yeah, it's
Spooky
too high.
Swap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the slippage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you. So this goes even further. This is another. So slippages are set it on decentralized exchanges for taxes. So maybe you had another project that said you have to change your slippage to 40, 20, 30%, whatever it is, to be able to sell it. You then left that, and then when you purchased power, you still have your slippage set high, and so it
So I
creates
can
that.
go ahead and turn that to the lowest setting, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
Yeah,
There's no
0.5. I think it's 0.5 or 1%. But if you go too low, it'll give you a warning, and if you're too high, it gives you some warnings.
Default
Yeah,
is
on a $400 sale, it should be a couple of dollars. Like it
Yes.
shouldn't be a third or a quarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the amount of money that I've lost, you wouldn't believe.
Oh man,
Oh
hearing you
my-
say 1/3 makes me cry for you a little bit, my friend. And
Yeah, well, I just
It feels
thought
like the Ethereum
compared
network.
to compared to like I was using other no projects, and I was thinking, God, this Spooky Swap, man, they're robbers. Like they're just taking so much off us. This is ridiculous. And
No.
then I've just been getting the
I would say
slippage
it's
wrong.
Yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
it's your slippage, man. Check it. It's
I will,
very
yeah.
it's for new people. It's right above. It's those 3 lines right above your first token that you select. So let's say you're choosing Phantom to swap into Power. Right above Phantom, right there. There's a 3 lines. You can change your slippage. What'd you say the default was, Mascot? 0.5 or is it 1?
0.8.
0.8. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking
0.8.
dollars on, not even dollars. You're talking $1.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll go look into that.
All right.
Start saving some money. Thank you very much.
Please
Yeah,
do.
for sure, brother.
Please do. We're not Ethereum over here.
Gotcha. That is.
All right.
All right, gang. I gotta cut out. I gotta go climb some rocks.
You better take the crabs. You better.
I'm gonna throw the back in my backpack. Don't worry.
It's so funny. He's
Man,
hanging
this
off the
guy's cracking
side,
the whip
Dabs.
over me all the time. Oh, he's texting me in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. If I have a busy day, he's like, "Man, I noticed the crabs aren't working."
Oh man, he's lying. You guys can
All
see
right,
that.
guys.
Yeah, Mascot. We'll catch you later, brother. Good stuff. Be safe.
All right, have the rest of the Sunday. I will. I'll try not to fall off.
Please don't, because then I don't know if I'll ever see the crabs again.
Yeah, you won't. They're on my ledger. You're screwed. All right, bye, guys.
We have a great rapport between each other. We pick on each other daily, so I hope you guys see that. Great team here. Last question of the day. Azadi.
Yeah, hi there. So I'll be quick. I think part of the investments by the Power team, I think, is in the strong nodes. I think that's correct.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So just wondering, because I think the price of that is tanking a bit now. But I think in long term it's pretty decent project. I just wanted to know your thoughts. Would we be getting more nodes, or what are your thoughts in terms of like the long term prospects of that particular project?
So the last thing we heard from Cut was that we provide the same offers and services as Strong, and that, we do a little bit more. So he said we were probably going to pull off the money that we make from Strong and invest it in another project or something.
Yeah, so we're probably not compounding in Strong, probably just claiming and moving on.
So he did mention we are not compounding. I want to say he said this months ago, that we're not compounding. Correct me if I'm wrong, Debs.
Nope. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. So it's nothing against Strong at all, by no means. It's more so that the protocol needs to take some wins. We did have some pretty big losses with time. Oh God, and even Heck. Yeah. So the investments need to get better. The investments need to be faster. That's something I'm having conversations with Cut. I'm actually truly pushing. Like, get this. This is not something the mod team should be. I don't want to say championing. Obviously, we want to be involved in some investments and have some say, but we need a financial advisor who should be doing this and giving us a direction. And that's my push. I really, truly want that. I've probably said it to Cut probably 10 times. Where's the financial advisor? I want him in Discord. I want him making these calls or leading those conversations. Give us his input, right? I'm not a financial advisor and have no idea. So I'd rather hear from him going, hey, you know what? I think, hey, community, would it be a good idea to look at this? What are your guys' thoughts? And at least a financial advisor in this realm is much better to speak to that stuff than myself. So, but I'm just being transparent. Again, nothing against Strong. We're just trying to take some. I think the goal is to take our rewards and actually use them to buybacks and replenish our rewards pools.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I heard Sifu has some free time. I gotta close the questions on that one. Hold on. Oh man, that was good. I was reading the questions in the AMA, and that was the last one that OX Dan said. I gotta give you that. That was a good one. We are not gonna use. I called Dab Sifu, Sifu Junior. So, and all jokes aside, you guys, thank you for today. I hope we answered a lot of your guys' questions. I hope we're excited about V2. Oh, go ahead.
Before we wrap up, I just want to let people know that
if they have any poker related questions or anything they need to know about passive poker or downloading the app, the channels are at the bottom of the Discord. Right at the bottom there's a couple of poker channels. I'm going to be having a nap again after this AMA, but I will come back and answer as many of those questions as I can to help people get on board for next week, before the tournament. So yeah, if anyone needs to ask any questions, the channels are right at the bottom of the Discord.
Yes. We will be making some more announcements, driving more attention to it. We obviously want everybody involved and know what's going on. And if you're not involved in poker or anything like that, actually, Andos, there was a question in general chat today. Is there more we can do rather than just? Is it like, can we do other games in that app as well, not just poker?
That particular app is just poker, but I mean, we aren't limited to expanding into a different app that could host other games. But right now we're just working on the poker thing, trying to gauge the interest involved in it.
Yeah.
If there's enough demand for other things later on, I do have avenues of expanding it into other games as well. But for now, in the short term, just focusing on the poker stuff.
Perfect. Thank you. That was a question I was trying to pass off to you, but I think you were asleep in La La Land.
Yeah, the reason why we're focusing on the poker stuff is because it is more community, like versing each other more than just like players versing a house, for example. I like the idea of bringing community together to play with each other. I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, and the house always has the upper hand, so screw them.
Yeah, exactly. Screw the house. But no, yeah. So at the moment, it's just poker.
No, good stuff. Good point. And we will be talking about it more and sharing more if you guys want to get involved. With that, Dabs, you got anything?
Nope. Yeah, I'm all good. Just a reminder to the whales to use OTC, please, while we do all the marketing and stuff. We might see some positive price action, and you guys selling, if you are a whale, would definitely hurt that. And I'm pretty sure you want to dump at higher prices, so
Spread
use
it out.
OTC.
Yeah, use
Spread it out.
OTC or spread it out. That's
like butt cheeks.
Today's a good day.
Jesus.
Gosh. Easy Seafood Jr. No, but with that being said, you guys, we want to thank you guys again for hanging out, being part of the community. Let's keep things positive as best as we can. There's going to be spikes. There's going to be downtrends. It all depends on the market. We're always open to conversations and honest and truthful answers, but coming in and just saying, negative things is not something what this community is about. We've been to some of the lowest of lows to the highest of highs. So let's keep things positive, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.
See you guys.